Hello, thank you so much for joining me today for today's yoga practice. My name is Heather, and today we'll be getting into a restorative yoga practice that you can practice just about anywhere. So long as you have about a 4 by 4 foot space and a wall, you can take this practice with you on the go. This restorative yoga practice is perfect for anybody who might be experiencing jet lag or exhaustion or just need a moment to rejuvenate and recuperate in their bodies, feeling safe at home, and then reuniting body, mind, spirit together. Restorative yoga is all about feeling supported, and we use lots and lots of props to support ourselves with restorative yoga. However, this particular class will be using a wall as a prop and maybe a blanket if you want it. If you're practicing this particular class in bed, you might not need a blanket because this is really just for placing underneath of our hips or underneath of our body as we lay down. Or if you get cold, this is great to have a blanket. So let's go ahead and get started. Wherever you are, let's find an easy seat. And if you're in bed, you can sit up against the wall or the headboard, nice and gentle. We want to feel fully supported here. And just taking a few deep breaths into our body, noticing how we're feeling today. And just bringing some awareness to the quality of our breath. And as you're bringing this awareness inward, maybe if it feels safe, you flutter your eyes closed or even just leave them open, maybe about 10%. But allowing your gaze to turn inward so that we are bringing more awareness to what's happening on the inside of our bodies. And again, no judgment on the quality of the breath. We're just noticing what's happening in our bodies today. And using our mind's eye, following the breath as it travels in through the lungs and maybe down into the low belly. And then tracing the breath as it flows out, moving out of the lungs, through the throat and out the mouth. Nice and gentle. And then maybe you seal the lips, allowing the exhales to come out of the nose this time. Following the breath as it moves in and out. Noticing if you feel your body wanting an extra deep inhale or maybe an extra long exhale. Noticing how the body is reacting to this awareness. Now is a good time to set your intention for today's class. Setting your sankalpa, your intention. It could be a mantra or an affirmation that guides you through this practice today. Taking a moment to integrate that intention into your body, allowing it to sink deep within. And then maybe you take one hand over your heart and one hand over your low belly, sealing this intention deeply within your mind, your body, and your spirit. Taking a moment to notice and bring awareness to how your body is feeling after setting this intention. And then allow yourself a long, deep breath in. And on your exhale, you can drop your hands back towards your knees, palms up to receive, palms down to ground down into this moment. Drinking in the last few breaths before we begin our practice. And as you feel ready, you can gently blink your eyes open, coming back to the space. And we'll begin this practice. So, as we mentioned earlier, restorative yoga is all about feeling held within your practice, allowing yourself to come into a shape and then fully releasing any force or exertion, just allowing yourself to be held. And this activates our parasympathetic nervous system, resulting in this state of rest, digest, rejuvenation, restore. And so that's what we're aiming to do today. So bringing your sankalpa, bringing your intention into this practice, and we'll go ahead and get set up with our first shape. So scoot your hips towards the wall and come to the wall from the side first. This is going to be the easiest way to come into this shape. If you are practicing in bed today, just scoot your hips towards the wall or to the headboard. And then you can gently tip yourself over to the side, maybe even using your arms to scoot your hips even closer to the wall at this point. And then as you feel good with your hips towards the wall, then you can slowly start to lay and roll over towards your back, bringing your feet and your legs up the wall. Extend your legs up the wall, feeling supported. And maybe taking some time to, again, scoot your hips towards the wall a little bit further. If you're feeling chilly, this is a great time to bring in your blanket, maybe folding it and placing it over your chest and belly. You can even start to roll your shoulders underneath of your chest, opening your chest as you allow your arms to come out to the side, maybe cactus arms, maybe arms all the way overhead. Or you could take your hands to the low belly to give yourself a little bit of warmth and support here. So find the shape that feels best for you. And we'll just allow ourselves to come to stillness. Invite some gentle movements into your toes. Maybe point and flex your toes. And then gently start to drop the left leg over out to the side, coming into a half splits variation on the wall, or excuse me, a half straddle variation on the wall. And you can just allow gravity to do its work here, allowing the left leg to drop towards the left hand side. And remember feeling held by the wall, feeling held by the ground beneath you. And you can take your arms over the low belly, the hands providing some warmth here. Or you can take your arms out to the side or overhead. Again, this is yogi's choice. You can even take a hand underneath the left thigh if that feels a little bit safer for you. You might need a little bit of extra tactile support for the left leg. So take this time to find a variation that feels good for you. Alternatively, if this is too much, you can simply or you can gently bend the knee down, coming into almost a half butterfly instead. Okay, so yogi's choice here. Just take your time finding the variation that feels best for your body. And then allowing yourself to come back to this moment of stillness, this peace. And if any thoughts arise, just allow them to pass on like passing clouds on a gentle, breezy day. Bring some awareness to your breath, elongating your inhale and your exhale. And then maybe reaching down with the left hand to guide the left foot all the way back up the wall. Take a moment here to maybe point and flex the toes, maybe even rotating the ankles one direction and then the other. And then we'll slowly start to gently allow the right leg, we'll guide it towards the side, coming into a half straddle on the right hand side, the right leg. Alternatively, from legs up the wall, you can bring the left leg down, allowing the knee to come out to the side and maybe resting the right ankle or the sole of the right foot towards the inner thigh on the left hand side. So this is kind of like a tree variation or like a butterfly variation, but we're still getting the opening on the hip. So yogi's choice, whichever variation feels best for your body today. Taking a moment to settle into that shape. And then seeing if you can come back to stillness. Bringing your awareness back into this present moment. And then just allowing the mind to relax. Mind, body, spirit, total relaxation. Invite a longer inhale to your breath. And then slowly, maybe using your right hand underneath of the right leg, guide the right leg all the way back up to legs up the wall. Take a moment here to flex your toes and ankles, point, flex, give yourself some ankle rotations, maybe even bend the knees, opening the knees in and out, or even windshield wipering the knees left and right. And then slowly start to take the knees out to the sides, bringing the soles of the feet together. And then slowly dropping the soles of the feet down. You can have them as high or as low on the wall as feels comfortable for you. If you have a headboard, it could also be pretty comfortable to just allow the feet or the ankles to rest on top of the headboard, just depending upon how high it is. So take a couple of minutes here, or take a couple of breaths rather, and find the shape that feels best for your body today. Find the shape that feels best for the hips. And your knees can be even closer together towards the body instead of all the way out towards the sides and butterfly. So, again, whatever feels best for your hips and your body today, find the shape that suits you best. Okay, there's no judgment in this classroom. Just an awareness of where we are in space and then allowing ourselves to be supported. And so you can take hands over the low belly to give yourself some warmth. Or maybe even take the hands overhead, cactusing your arms, taking up space. And so find that shape. And then see if you can come back to stillness. Elongate your inhales, gently awakening the body. And then maybe you use your hands on the outside of your knees. Bring the knees together first, and then elong the legs all the way up the wall. One more time. Let's point and flex those ankles, a little bit of bend in the knees. We can windshield wiper the knees from left to the right. And then take your legs straight up the wall. And we'll come into a full straddle position this time. Again, if this is not in your practice or if this is uncomfortable for you, you can come back to the butterfly shape or you can come back to the half straddle. So whatever feels best for your body today. And taking some time to find the shape that feels best for you. And again, there's no forcing the legs to straddle open in the splits. Okay, so just allowing gravity to work its magic, allowing the wall to fully support us, or the bed, the headboard of the bed. So whichever is closest to the wall, just allowing the support to guide your legs along the wall into the straddle. And you can take hands underneath of the thighs for a little bit of extra support. Or you can take hands to the low belly. Or option to cactus your arms all the way up. Take a moment to find the shape that feels best for your body today, and then we'll come into stillness. If any thoughts or memories or emotions bubble up to the surface, that's okay. Just allow them to pass by like passing clouds on a breezy day. Coming back to this feeling and sensation of peace, rejuvenation, restoration, balance, and harmony. Deepen your breath and bring some awareness back to your body. And then use your hands underneath of your thighs to gently guide your legs all the way back up the wall. Take your time. Taking a moment here to allow the legs to come back together. Maybe point and flex the toes and the ankles. Rotate the ankles out to the sides and then inward. And then we'll come into our next shape, figure 4 on the wall. So slide your left foot down the wall and then gently start to bring your right ankle over top of the left knee. Now, if this is too much, you can do a couple of different things. You can scoot your hips away from the wall, or if this is still too much, you can simply take a little cross-legged pose, crossing the ankles, maybe even crossing the left ankle over the shin. If it feels good, you can try to slide that left sole of the foot down the wall. You're still getting a little bit of activation in the hip, but the idea is that we want to be supported. So whatever opening that we're experiencing, we want to be fully supported by the wall, by the ground beneath us. So there are a couple of variations that you can take here. So find the variation that feels best for your body today, and then see if we can come to stillness. You can hold behind the left thigh if it makes you feel a little bit more comfortable. Allowing the arms to be a bit of support here. Or you can take the arms out to the sides, or even holding on to the right thigh if that feels better. Just a gentle allowing your hands to rest on the right thigh. But there's no forcing, pushing, pulling, trying to force ourselves into a position. We're just allowing ourselves to find a shape that feels best for our bodies, and then allowing ourselves to surrender, to melt into the support beneath us. Deepen your inhales. And then slowly using your hand on the outside of your right thigh, lift your leg, coming all the way back to bringing your sole of your foot on the wall. You can keep your knees bent, maybe a 90 degrees angle for now. And let's just windshield wiper our knees from back and forth, left and right. And then we'll set ourselves up for the opposite side. So take your left leg up high, maybe point and flex the ankle. And then slide that left ankle over top of the left knee, the upper part of the thigh there above the knee. Um, and then now we have figure four on the wall. You can take your hands and wrap them around the right thigh for a little bit of extra support here. Again, if this is not in your practice today, you can also just cross your left ankle over top of your shin or over top of the right ankle. Yogi's choice here, just whatever feels best for your body. So there's a couple different variations. But if it feels good to come into the figure four, then slide that ankle down over top of the right knee. And then we'll see if we can come back to a state of stillness here. Coming back to that moment of peace and restore. Invite a longer inhale. And maybe take your left hand over to the left hand side of the knee. And using that hand to guide your foot all the way back towards the wall. Take a moment here. And this, it's almost like a chair pose variation with our soles of our feet. The soles of your feet touching the wall, knees are bent. Take a moment here. And then we'll windshield wiper our knees from the left to the right. Just noticing how that feels in your body. And then we will start to walk our feet over to the left hand side. And if you have a headboard here, you might have to walk your feet down the headboard. Coming into twist variation. So again, you might have to make some adjustments, maybe scooting your hips away from the wall just a little bit. And then just walking your soles of your feet down to the left hand side. You can allow the left knees to touch the floor or the bed. And then take your arms. You can take them into you can take them into cactus arms or goalpost arms. You can take them out wide, whichever feels best. So it's nice, supported twist using the wall. And just find this twist. Find a twist that feels best for your body. You can take your feet right onto the side on the left hand side. If you want to, you can even cross the right leg over the left to find a little bit deeper of a twist if that feels good for your body today. Again, there's no forcing. You don't have to worry about pushing too hard. We're just allowing our body to find this gentle twist to the left. initiate a longer inhale. And then on your exhale, use your left hand to guide both knees back to center. Take your time. And then plant both soles of the feet onto the wall. Knees are bent 90 degrees. Windshield wiper both knees to the right and then both knees to the left. And then one more time, right and left. And this time, start to bring the knees back to center and then walk the feet all the way to the right hand side, coming into a supported twist using the wall on this right hand side. Take a moment to adjust yourself. You might need to adjust the hips a little bit away from the wall, adjust your legs. If you'd like a deeper twist, maybe cross the left leg over the right and then come into the twist, bringing both knees to the right. Yogi's choice, finding the shape that feels best for your body. Just allow yourself to settle into stillness. Maybe taking the arms to cactus arms or arms out wide. And then just allow yourself to settle into stillness here. Coming into the last little bits of our practice today. So allow yourself to relish in this moment of peace and tranquility. Initiate a deeper breath in. And then using your right hand underneath both knees, bring the knees back to center. Hug them into your chest. Give them a good squeeze. Maybe roll from side to side, giving a gentle massage to the spine. And then we'll set ourselves up for our final shape of this practice, Shavasana. So for this, you can turn all the way around, bringing your head toward the wall or the head of the bed. And this is a great time to bring in a blanket. If you're feeling cold, oftentimes these slower yoga practices cool down the body. And so you might be feeling a little bit cold. So grab a blanket. And then we'll just set ourselves up for Shavasana here. Taking your time. Arms can be out overhead or out to your sides, taking up space. Or they can be down by your sides in that traditional Shavasana shape. And just allow yourself to bring your awareness to the top of your head, the crown of your head. And almost like you are scanning through your whole body, this light is scanning through the top of your crown, initiating a sense of deeper relaxation. As this light scans through your forehead and face, your eyebrows relax, your jaw starts to relax. As this light scans through your neck and shoulders, maybe you roll the shoulders underneath of you to open up your chest a little bit more, allowing ease of airflow. As this light continues to scan down through your chest and your arms, you start to melt and relax even further. As the light continues down through your abdomen, it feels as if all of your internal organs are melting, as if they're hot, as if they're ice cubes melting in a cup of hot tea, just floating and relaxing. The light continues to move through the hips and thighs. And as it does, you feel a sense of relaxation and surrender. The light moves down through your knees, calves, ankles, and toes. And you feel this sense of melting, surrender, and relaxing deeper into the floor or mattress beneath you. Allowing yourself to be held in this moment of peace, restoration, relaxation, rejuvenation. Full body release. Invite a longer breath in, bringing a little bit of awareness to your body. Maybe open the palms of the hands, stretching the hands all the way open, and then closing them into a gentle fist. Open the palms, close into a gentle fist. And then release the grip on the palms. Maybe flex the toes back towards your face. Point the toes, and then take the arms up overhead. Inhaling deep, taking a nice big stretch, lengthening from head to toe. And then taking your time, start to roll over to your preferred side, using the bottom arm as a little pillow for your head. Coming into a fetal position. Drinking in the last few sips of peace and harmony from this yoga practice. And then when you're ready to awaken, renewed and refreshed, gently press into your hands, lifting yourself up back into an easy seat. Take your time. With eyes still closed, bring the palms of the hands together in front of your heart. Giving yourself this one last moment of gratitude for showing up for your practice today, showing up to fill your cup. Allow the hands to gently drop down to the knees and blink your eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me for today's restorative yoga practice, yogis. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Be well.